Some stories are told, others are survived.
Close your eyes and picture this. A small town in the Philippines, Holy Week. Families are home, children are sleeping, the streets are quiet. And then, from 3 directions, 400 armed fighters move toward them in the dark. The only thing standing between those people and death was 42 soldiers who had no backup, no air support, and no way out. This is Carmen, North Cotabato, Philippines, April 7th, 1996. The MILF, Moro Islamic Liberation Front, had been growing in power across Mindanao for years. What most people outside the Philippines don't know is that this wasn't just a local conflict, it was a geopolitical pressure point. The Philippines sits between the Pacific and the South China Sea. Its internal stability affects trade routes, military alliances, and the balance of power in Southeast Asia. When Mindanao burns, the world notices, even if it doesn't say so. That night, 400 MILF fighters launched a coordinated assault, 3 directions, north, south, east. The goal was simple: overrun the town, kill everyone in it, and claim the territory as a statement of power. The 6th Scout Ranger Company was the only military presence in Carmen. 42 men. Not a full battalion, not reinforcements on the way. Just 42 soldiers who had been sent there to hold a position no one thought would be attacked. Their captain was Alejandro Lucero, a man whose name you've probably never heard, unless you served alongside him. The assault began just after midnight. The first wave hit from the north. Rangers on the perimeter took positions behind sandbags and coconut trees. The firefight was immediate. No warning, no negotiation. Just the sound of automatic weapons tearing through the night. Contact north. Enemy advancing. 200 meters. Hold line. Lucero didn't freeze. He repositioned his men in real time, plugging gaps, shifting firepower to the directions under the most pressure. He wasn't defending a position. He was conducting a live tactical puzzle with 42 pieces and 400 opponents trying to dismantle it. Then the south flank lit up. Contact south. Second wave. Flanking. Needs support now. 2 directions. Simultaneous. The Rangers were now fighting on 2 fronts. Their lines bent, but didn't break. Lucero pulled men from the quieter sectors and threw them into the breach. The 3rd direction, east, came 20 minutes later. Contact east, 3rd force. We're surrounded. 3 directions, 400 fighters, 42 Rangers. No one was coming. What happened next wasn't luck. It was training, discipline, and a captain who refused to calculate the odds, because the odds said they should have died. Lucero moved into the fire himself, not behind the lines, into them. He directed from the front because that's where the decisions mattered most. He called out positions. He coordinated crossfire. He made every bullet count by placing his men where the enemy's advance would hit the hardest resistance. Push forward. Close the gap. Enemy retreating north. Regroup. The Rangers held. For hours. Through wave after wave. The attackers pulled back, regrouped, attacked again. Each time the line held. Each time Lucero was there, in the center of it, calling the shots, absorbing the pressure, refusing to let the formation collapse.
Solid copy, Delta 6, PS on route, out. Enemy spotted! Fire at will! Taking fire! Need cover! Moving up! Watch the flank! Hostiles down!
During a lull in the firefight, maybe 30 minutes, maybe less, Ranger Abraham sat down next to his friend. He pulled out skyflakes, the crackers every Filipino soldier carries. The same crackers your grandmother keeps in her cabinet. The same ones you ate as a kid when there was nothing else in the house. He ate them slowly, methodically, one at a time. He didn't look down. His friend was already gone. A bullet had found him minutes before. Abraham sat beside a body he couldn't acknowledge, eating crackers he couldn't taste, in a silence he couldn't afford to break. Because stopping meant accepting what was next to him, and accepting that meant losing the ability to keep going. So he ate. That's not a war story about bravery. That's a story about what survival actually looks like. It looks like crackers. It looks like sitting next to someone who can't answer you anymore, and choosing to keep chewing. At some point during that night, Captain Lucero made a decision. Not a tactical one, a moral one. The attackers were closing in on the civilian sector of Carmen. Families, children, people who had no weapons and no training. If the Rangers' line collapsed, those people would die. Not in combat, in slaughter. Lucero could have held his position and waited for the line to break naturally. That would have been the tactical choice. But he chose to step into the path of the advance himself, to draw fire, to redirect the assault toward the strongest point in the defense, and to give his men the time to reinforce the civilian sector. He didn't survive it. A bullet found him during that repositioning. But the line held. The civilian sector was protected, and his men, the 41 who remained, kept fighting until dawn. When the sun rose over Carmen, the attackers had withdrawn. 400 fighters, 42 rangers, the town still standing. Captain Alejandro Lucero was posthumously awarded the Medal of Valor, the Philippines' highest military honor. The citation reads, "For conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty." But the citation doesn't tell you what that actually means. It means he chose to die so that people he had never met could wake up the next morning. Ranger Longo took a round at the skull that night. He didn't die. The bullet lodged in bone, millimeters from killing him. The doctors couldn't remove it. They told him it would stay there forever. Forever. Longo walks around today with that bullet inside his head. He doesn't talk about the battle much. When he does, he says the bullet reminds him that some things are meant to stay with you, that surviving isn't the same as being okay, and that the jungle doesn't let you forget. Abraham, the man who ate skyflakes beside his dead friend, kept serving. He didn't leave the Rangers. He didn't transfer to a safer post. He stayed. When people asked him why, he said, "I am Master Sergeant Abraham. I still have a purpose." A bullet in the head, a cracker in the dark, and a captain who chose death so a town could live. That's what Carmen left behind. In the Philippine jungle, not every encounter can be explained. Some say these are just soldiers trained to survive. Others say the jungle remembers, and sometimes it fights back. This is The Ghost Soldiers of the Philippine Jungles, where myth meets reality. Subscribe for more stories the world should know but doesn't teach. Next video, another true story of the Medal of Valor. Turn on notifications so you don't miss it.